Hi everyone, and today I'm going to demonstrate how to add the content on the new MOHE website. So the MOHE website has different types of content, and in order to do that, to add the new content, you have to select first of all the type of the content you want to add by hovering the content menu item in top navigation menu, and then add content, and then from this list you select the content you want to add. So if you're just going to add a basic page, like a page with a title and some text and possibly image content, you just most probably want to add a basic page here from this list. You select the basic page, and by doing that, the system will load a form for adding the basic page. There are a few fields here. Its title, it's the body, which will contain the text and images for the content you're going to add, and it also has a language field, and I will explain what these fields are just in a second. So first of all, the title is obviously the name of the page. It's a required field. You will have to fill it in, and I'm going to name it Drupal training, and I'm going to type the description of the page here. I'll go ahead and paste some text, like a dummy text, just to make it a little bit longer here. And another thing I can do, I can use this what you see is what you get, or VCVIC for short, toolbar to format my text. I can select the portion of text and make it bold. I can make it italicized, or I can even change the size of the text to make it larger or smaller. You will also find some other tools here for editing and formatting the text. It's very similar to what you'll see in Microsoft Word or any other rich text editor. You can align the text to the center or to the left, to the right, and do some other things here. While it is possible to use a lot of different formatting tools, I would not recommend abusing them or using a lot of them at the same time, because if the text has many different formats and colors and sizes, it will not look nice with other elements of the page that already has a predefined formatting. So my advice would be use the plain text as much as you can, and only use the special formats like changing the colors or making the text bold and changing the size only if you absolutely need it. Otherwise, just go with the plain text. Another thing you can do here is adding an image. So to do that, I go to this toolbar and click on the image icon, and then on this pop-up I select upload. Then I click on choose the file button, and I pick the image I want to upload from my computer. Then I click send it to server, and the system just prompted me that I already had this file uploaded, so it just added one at the end. You can see here. You can also click on browse server button to see what files are already there on the server. And instead of uploading a new file, you may want to reuse one of the previously uploaded files. So in this case, I'm just going to use the file that I selected for upload, but you can also use any of the pre-uploaded files. You can specify the size of image by changing this width and height values. These are sizes in pixels. I'm going to keep it as it is for now. And you can also set the alignment of the image related to the text. So if the image is too large, you can always resize it, make it smaller using your mouse. or by double clicking on an image and changing this width and height values here in these text boxes. So the next thing you can change here is the language. So there are two types to manage the languages of your content in Drupal. Two ways. So one way is specify the language neutral as a language for your content. It means that the content will appear on every version of the website regardless of whether it's English version or Dari or Pashto version. So, or you can select Dari or English as your content language, and it will make sure that the content will only appear when the English version of the website is selected, but it will not be visible on Dari or Pashto versions of the website. So another way to manage the languages of your content is by providing translations. So you first select the language here, you save the content, and then you create a translation of the content. We're not going to cover the translation during this session, but we will get back to the translations in a later session and show you how to translate the content to other languages. So for now, I'm just selecting the English as a language, and I'm clicking on save to save the content I just created. And here we go, we have our new page or a new content of type basic page here. It has the title, Drupal training, the text that we entered. You can see that the formatting that we changed also appeared here, and we also have this image that we uploaded. So when you create a basic page, in some cases you may want to expose this page through the menu. So you want to add the menu link to this page in your navigation menu, or basically into other menus as well. Like in Drupal you can have multiple menus, and as an example here we have this conferences and digital library menu on the top. So we can add this Drupal training to this menu on the top, or to the main navigation menu, or even to this menu block here in the footer. So let's say I want to add this Drupal training page to my so-called user menu. This is the orange menu on the top. So what I do, I click on edit. I scroll down, and here in the menu settings, I check the provide a menu link checkbox. I can also modify the menu link name. This is different from the title, so we can have different title and the menu link. And I also need to select where in the menu, in which menu I want this menu item to appear. So in this drop down, I need to select the menu I want to share my content with. So in this case, I want to select the user menu. This is the one that had two links on the top right corner in orange. And I click on save. So now you can see that the Drupal training page appeared in this top menu here. And if I click on it, I will be taken to this same page. Let's go ahead and remove it just by unchecking this checkbox and saving. And it disappeared from this menu. So I also want to show you how to add a video on a basic page, or in any, basically virtually in any VCVig editor. So here, in order to add a video, you need to first upload it to YouTube or to Vimeo service. And we recommend YouTube because it takes care of the low bandwidth and bad connection, and it will serve a corresponding version of the video depending on how good or bad the connection is. So in this case, I'm just going to embed an existing video. I'm not going to upload any new video, but you can do either. You can either upload it to YouTube and then copy the embed code, or you can use one of the existing videos on YouTube. So in order to embed this video, I have to scroll down here, click on the share button, and then under embed, so under embed we have this embed code, which I'm going to copy and paste here. But before I paste it, I have to switch to the source code view mode, because I cannot paste it here. I mean, I can, but it will not work if I do it this way. Instead, I have to switch to the source first to see the source of the page, the source code of the page, and then only paste it. Here is my code. I'm going to save it. And once it's saved, you can see it here. You can play it just as a regular YouTube video. So this was a basic page, but now I want to show you a more complex content type with a few more fields. So different content types have different fields, obviously, and depending on what you want to add, you need to select the appropriate content type from this list. So this time I'm going to create a new event, and I'm going to click on this link here. I will be provided with a similar form. The title and body text and the language field are the same, but in addition we have a few more fields here. So let's go ahead and start creating this new event. And again, you can use all of these tools available here for making the text formatting different from the plain text. In this case, I'm just going to leave it plain. The next thing you can add here is an image. So this is not the same as adding an image in the Vcivic editor. Instead, you have a dedicated field for uploading an image that will be shown on the event page in a specific place, and we will see how it will be displayed just in a minute. So I'm going to click on the browse, and here I can upload the image from my computer, or I can also click on the library to see what other images are available, and the library will contain all of the images that were previously uploaded by you or by some other content managers of the website. So I'm going to select one of the existing images from the library. I click on the image I want to add, and you'll see there is a blue border around the image, meaning that it is selected. Click on submit, and here we go, the image is here. I also need to specify the date and time of my event, and I have an option of specifying the end date by checking this checkbox here, or I can just uncheck it, meaning that I will also only have the start date of the event, but the end date or end time is not known yet. So I can specify the date, the month, and the time. I will keep the language to English. Here in the location, you will need to provide the name of the location where the event will take place. So in this case, let's assume it will be Kabul University. And you can also specify the address. We're using a Google Maps plugin here, which helps us to find the address on a map. So it can be either the specific address, or you can try typing the name of the place and hope that Google Maps will find it on a map. So let's try University of Kabul. And then you click on Get Location, and here the Google found the university, the Kabul University. So you can also drag the marker on a map to place it where you want. You can move it around, but in this case I'm going to keep it on the Kabul University. And you can also specify some keywords. So this will be Drupal. You separate the keywords with commas. And you need to specify the event type. It's a required field. You can see it because it has this red star. And I'm not going to provide any menu links here. I'm just going to save it. So once the event is created, we can see the details of the event here, the image that we uploaded, sorry, and we can see the interactive map with the pin of the location of our training. Now if I go to the home page, I will also find my Drupal training here. This is the event that I just added. Here it is. So next I want to show you how to create another type of content, the academic research specifically. And what is interesting about this particular content type is that it has a relation with the document library document content type. What it means is when you go to the academic research page, in addition to this text or the body of the academic research page, you can also have a few resources or documents linked at the bottom of the page. And the formatting is a little bit off now. We're going to fix it soon. But the idea is that by having this document links here, you can click on the title of the document and you'll be taken to the document page. And this document is part of the digital library. So this is our digital library. And you see this dummy content here, dummy documents that we uploaded for demo purposes. So this is one of them, you see, the NIBH. If I click on the title, here is a document. So in order to create an academic research page, you can go to content, add content, and then select the academic research from the list. Or you can modify the existing academic research pages, because I believe we already have all of the research academic research pages created for you, so there is probably no need to create a new academic research page, but you can rather edit the existing one. So I'm going to edit this research projects content. I click on edit. So I'm going to skip the body part, and I will go right to the resources. So here is where you link the resources from the document library. So you start typing the name of the resource and the name, the names that contain the typed text will appear in the drop-down. So if I type AP, this is the document that exists in the system, and the Drupal will suggest me to select it from the drop-down lists. I can also add another item, and I can add as many documents as I want. And let's add the English document. So as you can see, this page, research projects, has a menu link, and the parent item is academic research. So if I go to my menu here, so I can see that I have academic research and the research projects is here, just like is described here. Academic research is the parent. So once I save this, I can see that my resources that I just linked appeared here at the bottom of the page. So this is one resource, and the English document is the second. Okay, this is it for today, and I'll see you soon in next sessions.